Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Wang's Cool Knife Corner as I wobble and fix all my clothing. Today we are looking again at the EPS 101 lent to me by the Ted Flips. Thank you, Ted. I will not steal your knife. It has your name on it. Shout out to Ted Flips, really nice guy. Lent me the EPS 101 and Telesto for me to try. I have lent him my Bite Blades Titan, which he instantly fell in love with and then got his own, which I'm really happy for. Which also, funny thing is, one that I owned previously. And then he also tried the Segai Hat Trainer and forgot about it mostly, which I think is hilarious. Anyways, EPS 101. What's the situation? This is an aluminum channel Balisong. You have seen probably many aluminum channel Balisongs in your midst. Sorry, maybe not this. This is the TAC 3. This one's a little weird. But for channel aluminum Balisongs on bushings in the price range of sub 300, we've got quite a few. And so I never really thought to myself, well, I want to get this generically named Balisong. I'm not gonna lie, the 101 it's not a great name. I don't know what EPS stands for. And I don't think it's like an individual person. And so it's like a faceless company to my knowledge. And so, like, what's the deal? The EPS 101 is a channel aluminum Balisong. It's a little bit rectangular. And it weighs a cool 3.88. So on the lighter side. The Koenig also is 3.77. And the Sirius 3.95. So in between these. Now, unlike those two, this one feels actually very neutral. The Sirius, a little bit handle bias. Not too crazy, but it's apparent. And the Koenig, which I thought was neutral, I'm wrong. Well, at least here's the thing. My Koenig is different because it's an ROTB reblade. But mine feels quite handle bias, actually. And you can change the handle bias based off of putting your weights in. But at least with my version, I can't speak for the trainers of the V2 or whatever the fuck. My version is a bit handle biased. The EPS 101, I've never flipped a Wraith. That one's the G10 one. The 101 is a channel aluminum Balisong. The Wraith has G10 scales. I don't know if it's titanium or not. But this Balisong is very, very neutral. Now, it also costs $245 brand new. A Kraken is $250 brand new. So it's like basically the same price. A $5 difference. Which in the grand scheme of knives is fucking nothing. And I want to say a Cerakote series is like $250. And a non-Cerakote is like $230. I don't remember the Koenig off the top of my head, but it's over $200, but not that much over $200. And I believe a Prisma Pro Live Blade is about $250 as well. So the EPS 101 is very, very comparable to a very, very saturated price point, of which, let's be honest, the Kraken dominates. But the 101 is, in my opinion, slept on. And it makes me really want to try a Wraith, because this Balisong, it's very comfortable. The face milling is distinct enough that I can more or less recognize it, but it also feels comfortable. It doesn't get in the way. It doesn't feel intrusive. It doesn't feel uncomfortable, but it does provide enough grip. There's no texture on the back. I did mention that there was no, I think that was on the Telesto. Yeah, so there's no texture on the back. If I had any input to EPS, I don't think they will ever see this video. I mean, maybe they will. But if EPS were to ever see this video and were ever to be like, what feedback can we get? All I would really say is add jimping. That's it. Add jimping. Maybe a little faux speed channel down the back if that's possible. I'm sure that that costs money. I know it costs money. But that's really all I have to say. Oh, also, I guess the other thing is I wish the handle get was just a wee bit wider. Because of how the handle get currently is. I find that doing, let's see, Z chokers. Oopsies, that's the thing. Z chokers into ice pick close It's a little tricky because you don't have a lot of weight to like separate between the two handles. So essentially, that was a little spooky. All I have to say is jimping and a slightly wider handle gap. This is a used knife, so maybe the stock handle gap is wider. I will say that my Kraken handle gap is quite small, and that is specifically because it's a used one and it's specific to the blade. Whereas I know other Krakens have had better handle gaps. Mine just, this particular blade has, I assume it's third hand, if not more. I got it second hand, but it's very likely that someone had it before them. And I do quite like my Kraken. If I did get a V3 though, point is though, the handle gap is just a wee bit small, just a wee bit small. Not like ruining. And the lack of jimping is like, I mean, it's a channel aluminum Balisong. Let's be honest. It's a factor. Not too bad though. And despite me not really loving rectangular handles in general, because of its light weight and neutral balance, I find that this to be quite pleasant despite a more rectangular handles. And that said, like, while I don't love the Nemesis or the Medusa, I really liked the Bandage Stitch and the Segaiha, both of which have quite rectangular handles. The thing that I think stands out to me most about the 101 is it's really clacky. It's got a real fucking satisfying clack. Now other knives that I think have good, the Koenig, it's a little bit more rattly in it. This has like a nice bounce to it. I mean, the Sirius is very different sounding. It's very glassy. And the Kraken, God damn it, I'm not left-handed. It's got a higher clack to it, a very satisfying clack. Now, would I own one of these? Yes, if I can get a good deal. Again, it retails for $245. I have seen one as low as $150. I might be able to get one even lower than that. If I can get one for under $150, I think I'll jump for it. That said, there's only so much money I have. And so the EPS 101 is not particularly high on my priority list in the sense that I have so many things that I want to collect and not a lot of space on my wall. So, unfortunately, yeah, on my wall that is largely already occupied by knives. So, if I should stagger them left and right. That's a thought. Anyways, if I were to get more knives, I would have to probably part with other knives. I'm currently trying to, as of this recording, sell my Balisong Z, and I have a possibility of trying out a Frankenforge amp for that Balisong Z, which is another channel aluminum Bailsong. However, priced at $300, which I kind of consider a new price point when you're at that point. It's like a channel aluminum Bailsong for $300. That's a different cost point. So, if I owned a 101, I would be happy, and I would probably keep it. But the problem is acquiring a 101 for an affordable cost. I'm sorry, I've been flipping behind a fucking pop filter this whole time. I mean, you come to me more for my words than for my flipping, I assume. I'm not the best flipper ever. I'm a half decent flipper, I suppose, but hardly. I don't really see a point in me competing in Bally Comp because I don't want to fly there, first of all, and second of all, I flipping for the sake of like competition is not in my interests. I've done enough competing in my life for things that I have taken more seriously. Also, look at my beautiful boy. That's Roki. I love him. Anyways, 101. Kind of a silly name. Not really standing out. They don't have a ton of color options. But the EPS 101 is, by all means, a very solid flipper. A very affordable flipper, especially on the secondhand market. The Zen nipple does not pinch as far as I've tried. I've never had an issue. It has pretty big horns. It's comfortable. It's not terribly slippery, but with no jimping, and hopefully they add jimping, because if they do add jimping, that it's enough of a, it's a channel, it's an aluminum Balisong, so I'm a bit more of a stickler for texture for Balisongs that are aluminum, but like, it feels comfortable, it sounds great, it looks great, well, it looks alright, and it just sounds real fucking good. That's honestly the biggest draw point of it. Like, why would you pick a 101 over any of these other ones? I guess the sound. I mean the cone and neutral. You like neutral, and you like the sound, because this sound's also really good too. And I don't know if other versions of the Koenig, like the V2 with the trainer blade, or like the stock live blade. I don't really even know what constitutes a stock live blade, but perhaps those are more neutral. Anyways, though, as far as channel aluminum bushings, Balisong that are neutral and cost under $300, this is really good. This is really good. This is really good. And I like it. And I like it. It's also not super long either. So like, a Prisma Pro live blade is going to be longer than these knives, which it is basically like the exact same height as the Kraken, albeit a shorter handle. Anyways, that's enough rambling. If you like this video, check out the coffee in my description. A little bit goes a long way, just like $3, $5. Helps me cover the shipping back to my friend Ted. I don't have a Patreon because I'm going to be honest, I don't think I could keep up with a Patreon. But if you like these videos and you like what I do and you like what I have to say, a couple bucks of appreciation is really nice. Anyways, subscribe. I have videos, I believe, on like all of these. And this and this and these and basically all of those. So I have a lot of content. I do daily uploads, and so like and comment and subscribe. Do you like the 101? How do you feel about the Wraith? I don't know much about the Wraith. It's kind of gone under the radar, and I want to know more. If you know about the Wraith, or if you feel like I'm talking up my ass about the 101, let me know. Flame me in the comments. Don't actually flame me. I'm soft and I will cry. But yeah, let me know your thoughts, and happy flipping. Take care.